Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Myself, Vikram, and I am over here to train you about SAP Ariba. So, what is exactly the Ariba? What are the different features which Ariba provides? What is exactly the procurement process in Ariba means to be? So, all those things we will be looking into this course. Okay, so what I will be doing is, as a part of this course, I will be covering end-to-end Ariba procurement process, Ariba upstream, as well as downstream activities. Being a functional consultant, whatever activities required in Ariba, that we will be covering over here. So first, I will introduce you about myself. So I'm Vikram, and I am working in the SAP industry since last 10 years and in Ariba since last 3.5 years. I have carried out around 4 implementations in SAP Ariba and carried out multiple support projects as well as few rollouts as well. Most of those projects are international clients. Few of them are Fortune 500 companies, and I have been worked as a trainer as well, and I have delivered multiple Ariba trainings. To be the specific count, I like around 30-35 trainings I have provided for SAP Ariba. At the same time, I used to have few go live sessions, go live case studies of an Ariba as well. So this is the introduction about me. So now we will be over here where we want to understand who can be able to take this course. So this is the course of SAP Ariba, which IT professionals, any IT professional, I would suggest who is in BTech, MBA, or fresher guy who has quite good technical background. Technical background means I don't expect him to carry out any kind of the codings and all, but who has some interest in the technology, they can be able to take up this course. Any technical consultants who are working right now and who wants to go ahead to make their career in SAP Ariba can also be able to take this course. Then domain experience professionals. So few people are there who are working as an end user or as a domain experts in the existing industries, manufacturing, oil and gas, and now they wants to shift themselves to the consulting role or the consultant role. Those people would also be able to take up this session, this entire course. So I would say, what is the background required to be the SAP Ariba consultant? So it's not mandatory that you need to have the background of SAP MM or any background of SAP procurement. No, it's not required. As per me, who is willing to learn, who can read English properly, who can understand the things, who can understand the business processes, can be able to take up this course. So anyone who wants to join the IT industry, either it is a fresher or experienced consultant, easily they can be able to understand what exactly the Ariba is. Anyway, by the end of this session itself, you will come to know, even though you are freshers or you are experienced or whatever experience you do have, you will come to know that you can be able to understand SAP Ariba and you can be able to work on SAP Ariba. The training session is designed in such a way that anyone could be able to understand it easily. The way like practicals are being conducted, the way like training sessions will go on, that will support users to understand end-to-end concepts. So what is SAP Ariba? So this diagram depicts. So SAP Ariba, so Ariba was previously the company. It was a separate company. Then SAP purchased this organization called as an Ariba because SAP wants to come into cloud procurement solution. Whatever SAP solutions were available, those are not cloud procurement solutions. Those are only on-premise solutions. So now SAP is willing to come on the cloud procurement solution. So SAP Ariba was the option to come over the cloud procurement solution. There is, in fact, I would say no competitor of SAP Ariba. At least we will be talking about the cloud procurement segment. So the client who are willing to implement an SAP Ariba, so there is no competitor. So there are few competitors like Coupa, COUPA, which is a competitor of an Ariba, but the market share compared to Ariba is very less in that case. So what was the current problem in the current procurement process is, it's a reporting issue. First is a reporting issue. So that is what it has been written. Failure in understanding the detailed spend and saving opportunities. That is one of the issue. Then most important thing is unable to identify and qualify the appropriate suppliers. It means that supplier management couldn't be able to happen with the help of current procurement solutions. And that is the main need of Ariba. So if we will talk about the main feature of SAP Ariba, so the foremost feature of an SAP Ariba is nothing but a supplier enablement. So whatever options SAP Ariba used to provide to collaborate the suppliers, those options itself is unique KPI to sell the Ariba across the global market. So what happens usually is, whenever we are talking about the different types of the suppliers, and if those suppliers are globally available, so the product which is being sold, if we want to sell any kind of the product, then the specific buyers and specific suppliers are not available, and that is the biggest problem for any procurement industry. That is the main reason why we need adequate supplier. So supplier should be selected properly. That's the reason, one of the reason why Ariba came in picture. Okay, then next thing is, there are current issues in the user interface. As user interface of SAP is so complex, reporting is so complex, that's the reason we need to move with an SAP Ariba. So what is the current problem, what current ERP can't offer, and what SAP Ariba could be able to offer. So what is the current scene? The current situation is, in the current ERP environment, that is our current SAP ECC, Enterprise Core Component, or take it as an SAP S4 HANA. If it is in silo environment, this silo environment couldn't be able to perform the following activities. So current SAP ERP don't have capability to connect the suppliers across the globe. So whatever suppliers listed, that capability the current ERP module do have. Our SAP ECC or ERP module can't be able to connect over the all the suppliers across the globe. But Ariba, SAP Ariba Network, where more than 20 million plus suppliers has already been registered, multiple products are already being sold, okay, multiple purchase orders are already being placed. It means that I am getting all the credible suppliers across the globe, and these credible suppliers will help me to grow. That's the reason SAP Ariba is playing a vital role in all kind of the cloud procurement solution, and that is the main reason why ERP couldn't be able to take the place of SAP Ariba. So the main reason of SAP Ariba is accessibility of all the suppliers across the globe. Then second thing is bidding process. It means that if I want to select a specific supplier, I need to go through the bid management cycle. That bid management cycle and that complete end-to-end bidding process could be happened with the help of an SAP Ariba. So other things like cost saving opportunities. So what does exactly this cost saving opportunities means to be? So just take an example. If I am selecting the best supplier across the globe, it means that that was the supplier who is providing the same at the least cost. So the spend analysis and the contract management. So contract management is also one of the challenge in the current ERP market, and that's the reason SAP Ariba came in picture. Anyone has any doubt, please come up with your doubt, or else we will be moving towards the next slide. Does anyone have any doubts?
Yeah, hi, Vikram, Abhinav here. If you can just elaborate for the spend analysis exactly, like what exactly spend analysis means, and how did it take care, like what all processes is undertake, like from creation of PO to the invoicing and payment, like what all segments it undertakes.
Correct,
Well,
yeah. See, actually, yeah, definitely I will be taking this up. Means like if you will see my further slides, those things are already present in the spend analysis as well. I will tell you what happens in SAP Ariba. So you might have this, you wanted to understand functionally, or you just want to know the what exactly does the spend analysis means to be, or you don't know anything about the spend analysis.
No, I know about that, but I just wanted to know an high level overview right now so that I can interpret exactly when you will teach in in depth that spend analysis.
No.
What exactly it means? It means that the only till the purchase order, like how much we are spending in a purchase order, or like how it goes. Like
Above slide, what I was explaining is why Ariba is required. Okay, so if we will be just checking up the SAP Ariba spend management. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the feature which Ariba is providing. It means that, what exactly does that mean? So just take an example. If I am consuming on the procurement, as well as there are a few things like sourcing, supplier management. Okay, so what
Mm-hmm.
happens is, under this spend management, with the help of this Ariba network, I can be able to save the cost across the operation, whatever I am performing, and it would allocate the specific visibility to my Ariba portal. What does that mean? It
Mm-hmm.
means that, just take an example, there are multiple activities which is being performed in the procurement cycle. The first activity is procurement, then another one is a supplier management, then third one is a sourcing activity. So if all those, just I will take these three activities, there are more activities as well in the spend management. So if I'm just taking up these three activities, this all constitutes the spend. This all
Mm-hmm.
is constituting the spend across the procurement cycle. So if I want to reduce that spend management, it means that if I want to reduce that cost over the procurement, it would help me to carry out this operation with the help of an SAP Ariba. So how to do this? How to carry out this spend management? That is something which we will learn in our end-to-end activities, which we will be doing across our course.
Okay.
Are you? Could I be able to answer the question?
Yes, 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 very much. We can discuss further when we'll do the analytical part of this spend. So
Absolutely right. Absolutely correct. Okay. So this is the one thing. Like why it is a need of an Ariba, and what other things can't do, and that's the reason why should we move for an SAP Ariba. So I will again simplify for you people. SAP Ariba is nothing but it is a cloud-based procurement solution. So current procurement solutions are not cloud-based. There are few solutions like Coupa and all others which don't have much market share. That's the reason Ariba came in picture. Ariba will allow us suppliers and buyers connect on a single platform. That is nothing but this Ariba network. So you are seeing the same thing in this document. Okay, so this Ariba network is what? Ariba network, this document is nothing but the Ariba network. So what happens over here is, if in case over this Ariba network, buyers are also there and suppliers are also there. So both of those two main parts of the business could be able to connect over the Ariba. So this is nothing but an Ariba network where buying as well as the selling could happen, and that's the reason it has been said that Ariba could be able to give you the access to all the vendors across the globe. So you will get an access to all the suppliers. With them, you can be able to carry out all the contracting operations, for which we will be having SAP Ariba management solution. So at a shorter note, what SAP Ariba is giving, so SAP Ariba is giving the cloud-based procurement solution, and it is allowing suppliers and buyers to connect over the same network. So what it will help? it will help the entire supply chain management process, where we can anyone could be able to connect globally very easily, and this will transform the entire supply chain management, procurement process, as well as contract management process in the entire SAP world. So currently what is happening in the current world, what is happening is the sourcing activities are not happening in the efficient way. So those things could be achieved with the help of SAP Ariba, and that's the reason when I'm talking about the spend management, this spend management would help Ariba consultants to provide business end-to-end supply chain management solution. So it's like in 1996, it was a standalone cloud-based procurement company. Then it was taken care by SAP, and then the continuous complete acquisition is happened. So if you will see this, you can see that there are multiple buyers. It means that multiple companies are involved who wants to do the procurement. So if you are aware of it, most of the companies have the SAP installed with them. That's the reason it has been shown over here. SAP MM or SAP Finance or SAP ECC MM or SAP ECC MM plus SRM. So what does this depicts? This depicts that these all things can be collaborated to SAP Ariba. So SAP Ariba has one more capability, that is nothing but an integration capability of an SAP Ariba. So what is the main thing into that? The main thing is nothing but this one, SAP Ariba Network. Because once these companies came to Ariba Network, then they don't have to limit for only 100 vendors. Now they have more than multiple, like 5 million plus suppliers, through which they can be able to carry out their procurement. So what exactly will happen with this? SAP Ariba will allow all the organizations to connect to the right suppliers, where we can be able to get the visibility, as well as we can be able to carry out entire end-to-end procurement process. On the top of that, reporting features, which is a normal feature for all kind of an ERPs, and the same feature is provided in the SAP Ariba as well. So what will happen with SAP Ariba? You now just take an example, your company do have this SAP solution installed. If you are a Fortune 500 company, you have an SAP solution installed with it. Once they came to an Ariba network, it means that they can be able to access these many suppliers. They can be able to access the purchase orders. So all those suppliers even can be able to access your network. So this is one of the main advantage of SAP Ariba. What else? What are other advantages of an SAP Ariba? So SAP Ariba, so just take an example, SAP Ariba can't be used standalone, because right now my company has the solution, which is nothing but SAP ERP solution. So if my company is using an SAP ERP, then they definitely don't want to invest on the SAP Ariba. So what they will do, they will continue with SAP ERP. On the top of that, they will even install SAP Ariba only for supplier enablement, because that is the main feature of SAP Ariba network. So what will happen over here is, as there is a tight integration, between SAP Ariba and SAP ECC, it is very easy for all the suppliers as well as buyers to carry out integration between the two. It means that integration of the master data as well as transaction data from different kind of an ERP solutions is very easy with the help of an Ariba system. So what will happen over here? The Ariba has a different modules or different sub modules are there in the Ariba. The first is like contract management is there. Then SAP Procure to Pay is there. Ariba P2P is there, where we can be able to convert end-to-end procure to pay cycle in the Ariba. Then Ariba sourcing module is also there, where main thing is carrying out all kind of the sourcing activities into SAP Ariba. So if you will talk about the advantages of an SAP Ariba, which has been written down like 142 countries, 34 million plus suppliers, as well as 11 plus million plus timesheets. So all those are the advantages of installing an Ariba for any specific organization. That is one thing. Other thing is integration with purchase department, integration with accounts department. This will also help Ariba to grow further, as well as this will even help all the companies to provide better access to all the suppliers as well as vendors. So it will be able to give you the optimum integration opportunities to transfer all kind of the master data as well as transaction data in SAP ECC to Ariba network. So if you will see this, this is a very important diagram. That's the reason I am focusing more on this diagram. So if you will see this, you can be able to understand that Ariba has a capability to connect to as many suppliers as possible, one thing, as many buyers as possible, and it is giving us the end-to-end capabilities for carrying out all those activities. So what happens over here is, I will tell you what is this. So now this is nothing but an Ariba network. So what is an Ariba network? So this is all the Ariba network, and these are all the modules which is present in the SAP Ariba, which we can be able to utilize for the different purposes. So as you are already aware, or even though you are not aware, there are two things in SAP Ariba. One is SAP Ariba downstream, and another one is SAP Ariba upstream. So what happens over here is, in fact, if something downstream and upstream, what does that mean? It means that if something is going from Ariba to SAP ECC, or if something is coming up from SAP Ariba to SAP ECC, so there are two modules into this. So usually we call it as an downstream and upstream in the SAP Ariba. So what happens over there is, so if I wanted to carry out an invoicing option only, then I can be able to carry out, or that module will come under downstream module of SAP ECC. So over here, so the most important thing over here, what is happening? So Ariba network will be having all these functionalities. First, so how exactly the entire procurement cycle happens? First is selection of the goods and services. It means that purchase requisition. So I will be receiving the requirement, and on the basis of this requirement itself, I will be selecting the specific goods and services. Then I will be placing the purchase order. Once the purchase order is placed, then the goods receipt will happen. This is an entirely procurement cycle. This is a normal procurement cycle which is being used everywhere across the globe. Are you getting the point? So this procurement cycle is used across the globe, and this is the way the entire every kind of an procurement cycle will work in this way only. So then goods receipt will happen, and then invoice and the payments, all those two things will happen over here. So what was the thing? What was the thing over here? So this is the main thing. This is nothing but an Ariba network, and this is a predefined thing which SAP Ariba is already providing. So what are the main solutions, or what are the main things SAP Ariba could be able to provide? The SAP Ariba is providing SAP Ariba buying and invoicing option. So buying to invoicing means entire procure to pay model could be covered into this. So if we will be going ahead with any kind of an SAP Ariba certification, you can see that there is a separate thing which is nothing but SAP Ariba buying and invoicing, which we even call it as an SAP Ariba procurement, where what will happen is you can be able to carry out end-to-end supply chain management cycle. That is nothing but procure to pay cycle. So what is other solution which SAP Ariba has given, which is a part of this cycle, is nothing but SAP Ariba sourcing. So as I have to do only the sourcing activities. So if you will see this, the next slide as well, we have already talked about what exactly does the sourcing means to be. Okay, so sourcing means what? Sourcing is nothing but supplier enablement, supplier management, managing all kind of the sourcing, as well as carrying out all kind of the contract management kind of an operation that can be done with the help of SAP Ariba sourcing model. So always remember this. In the SAP Ariba, one is the contract management module, another one is a sourcing module. So usually what happens is, if we will be talking about the SAP Ariba modules, like we will be having an modules in the SAP ECC, the one is the sourcing module, another one is the contract management module, third one is the spend analysis module, which we have discussed. One of the consultant has asked me the question, what exactly does the spend management means to be? What exactly does the spend analysis means to be? So over here, what happens is, first thing is a sourcing, then another thing is a contract management. So if you will see over here, like what happens when I'm going through this cycle, enforce compliance and order, I will be even placing of the contract. So contract management is also one of the biggest module of SAP Ariba, and then procure to pay solution of an SAP Ariba. So this is nothing but service procurement as well as end-to-end procure to pay operations could be able to perform with the help of this. And then we will be having SAP supplier lifecycle management and all that stuff. But what is being shown over here? What exactly does this show? So if we will be having an SAP Ariba buying, I can do the procure to order. It means that sourcing I will do with utilization of Ariba network, and then I can be able to transfer the data into my ERP system. Okay, so if I just wanted to carry out the catalogs operation, it means that if I just wanted to proceed for the supplier collaboration or supplier network catalogs, I can be able to proceed with this procurement content where I will be just focusing on SAP Ariba sourcing operation. Okay, so this is all means it's like a complete overview of an SAP Ariba. What are the different modules of an Ariba? How those modules has to be used? What are the advantages of an Ariba? How Ariba could be able to help an organizations to grow? These are the main things. At the same time, even Ariba could be able to provide Ariba invoicing operation as well. So even invoice and payment. So few people used to do the certification or something in the invoicing as well. So so in that case, we will be just covering invoice and payment option. So this will be having only invoices or payment related things present over here. Okay, so does anyone have any doubts in this slide? If you do have any doubts, please ask me, or else we will proceed ahead for the further slides. Okay, go ahead. Does anyone have any doubts?
Yeah, I think that's fine. We can move ahead.
Yeah, we can move ahead, right? Okay, so as we discussed, SAP Ariba sourcing. So what will happen with an SAP Ariba sourcing? So SAP Ariba sourcing is the special module which is being utilized over here. With the help of this SAP Ariba sourcing, what we can do is we can be able to manage the spend. It means that whatever direct material, indirect material, find a better source of supply. Okay, we can manage the spend. We can be able to have more than 14% of the. So it depends. Like it is being given the procurement figure as a 14% saving. It doesn't mean it will apply for each and every company. It depends on the organization. But what will happen over here is entire supplier management will happen in this case. Okay. On the top of that, the Ariba has an option to go ahead with a mobile platform as well. So this is also one of the options which Ariba would be able to provide. Okay. So what exactly does the SAP Ariba sourcing means to be? So this is an entirely one of the separate module, which is nothing but SAP Ariba procurement. So if we will be talking about the Ariba sourcing, this Ariba sourcing is one of the module in SAP where we will be just focusing on all end-to-end sourcing activities. So what will happen in the sourcing activities? So just take an example. If I wanted to carry out the sourcing of anything, what I will do first, I will do the sourcing activities. It means that what I want to do, I want to first get a purchase requisition. Okay, I have received a requirement. Once I have received the requirement, then I will qualify the specific suppliers. Okay, so over here, when I'm talking about the category management, if you have visited any websites, any e-commerce websites, you can see a lot of categories. Like if you wanted to purchase the furniture, okay, if you want to purchase a furniture, then you will be having a multiple categories present over there. Then what you people will do is you will carry out the specific supplier qualification. So there are like 10 KPIs present for the supplier, on the basis of which supplier qualification will happen. Then auctioning will happen, which we will call it as an auctioning events. Okay, so this bid management process will happen. This can even happen over the SAP Ariba network itself, and reporting also will happen. So how exactly these activities are being carried out on the Ariba? So as a part of this course, what we will do is we will create one of the sourcing event. Okay, Okay, we will take any specific module, and as a part of this course, we will create one entire sourcing event. We will attach few suppliers into that sourcing. At the same time, we will attach the bid management cycle for it. Okay, once this bid management is being done, what we will do is we will go all the tasks which has to be carried out for the entire sourcing activities. This includes the request for information, then it includes the RFPs. It has few kind of an auctions are present. Okay, so now if we will be talking about an auction, then there are multiple auctions like forward auction, backward auction, full auction. Okay, so all those things we will carry out end to end in the SAP software. In SAP Ariba. So we will have one our specific dashboard, and in that dashboard we will carry out our all help the entire sourcing activities. And in this way, what will happen is you can be able to complete the entire sourcing activities, and which will give you the hands-on experience. So what happens is, if I am creating the specific sourcing project, it has few tasks, it has few phases. Okay, so bidding phase will be there. So if the bidding phase will be there, then 50% task would get finished out of this. Okay, so all those things I will be creating into that, and on the basis of that, you can be able to understand all entire end-to-end activities of SAP Ariba. So what is the main advantage of SAP Ariba? So if you are aware, like we will be already utilizing SAP Fury applications. So in the SAP Fury applications, we have tiles. In the same way, over here in SAP Ariba as well, we will be having such kind of the infrastructural dashboards, with the help of which reporting is very easy, and this reporting would create the specific activities. So what will happen? So we can have the specific dashboards present, with the help of which Ariba has given the specific kinds of the reports. It means that the way SAP has given few kind of the reports, in the same way Ariba has also given the pre-packaged reports in SAP Ariba. Those pre-packaged reports can be used for the specific business integration purpose. So there are such multiple types of the reports are present in SAP Ariba. So those all reports we can be able to download, and we can be able to make the queries in those reports, and those reports can be used on day-to-day basis for the further activities which has to be performed. So as this Ariba could be able to provide an integration with an SAP HANA as well, this will give us the faster report, and it will give us the faster analysis as well. So what will happen, like as I said you, this as this is a cloud based platform, and if you are going with any kind of an SAP ERP solution, what will happen is we can be able to have all kind of the auctioning options, as well as all kind of the standard templates which has been used across the service and product based industries for the sourcing activities, as well as contract management activities, reverse auctioning, auctioning process. So all those things have already been covered in the SAP Ariba. So it will be very easy to perform those steps and carry out end-to-end pipelining. So what will happen, with the help of that, decision support will be proper, optimized thinkings will come, optimized reports will come, and end-to-end business management process of the sourcing are being covered into this, which will definitely help to carry out the proper sourcing activities. So this will help to do the entire end-to-end activity. So what is this? What this slide even suggests the same thing. If we will be going with an SAP Ariba, we can be able to generate the proper predefined package reports. At the same time, RFX like request for information, request for proposal, and request for quotation, which is being used to select the specific supplier. Those things would help the Ariba sourcing features, and with the help of this we can be able to connect the same. Okay, now on the top of that, what all other features the Ariba had given. So as I said you, there is one Ariba discovery network. So you, what you have to do is you just have to do the simple thing. You just go on SAP Ariba discovery platform. So if you will visit the SAP Ariba Discovery platform, so on the SAP Ariba Discovery platform, you can be able to see all the suppliers as well as all the buyers who wants to connect to the specific module, and on the basis of that, they can be able to perform the required database operations as well as end-to-end activities. Okay, so onboarding of the suppliers, engaging of the suppliers, and searching of the suppliers. So these are the three things. So I told you these three things in the reverse direction. The reason being, so when I'm carrying out one kind of a sourcing operation, this will give me the end-to-end results for my analysis. Okay, so so this is what we have discussed, and I will again tell you like how exactly the Ariba sourcing operation will happen. So this is nothing but an entire Ariba sourcing module. So in SAP Ariba portal, once you have logged in, what you have to do is you have to first create the sourcing project. In that sourcing project, you need to enter what all sourcing opportunities are there. So all the sourcing opportunities, it means that for these events, I have to carry out the sourcing. So just take an example, desktop computers. So I want to order 1 lakh desktop computers. So this is nothing but my sourcing opportunities. This sourcing might come from my SAP as well, which is nothing but my purchase requisition. Okay, so on the basis of that, suppliers will get created. Okay, so on the basis of that, I will build the pipeline as well with a specific supplier, and how within how many days, how many months this bid management cycle needs to be closed, that has to be decided. So this is an entire SAP Ariba sourcing flow. So what I will do as a part of this course is we will create and identify the opportunities first in SAP Ariba on system. We will create those practicals, we will carry out those specific configurations, and on the basis of that we will carry out the same activities. Then what I will do, I will create the sourcing project. So what does exactly that sourcing project means to be? That is nothing but my bidding activity or auctioning activity or RFQ. So I told you already there are multiple types of an auctions present. So if you will see this reverse auction, index auction, transformation, so such multiple types of an auctions are present, which will be the part of the sourcing project. So if I wanted to purchase some computers, so I will create one sourcing event that I wanted to purchase 1 lakh computers. So on the basis of that, we will check it over the Ariba sourcing help desk. Okay, then we will supply it on the Ariba network for the suppliers to respond. Then we will receive the electronic bids from all the suppliers across the Ariba network. Okay, so once we have received the responses from them, then we will evaluate it. We will give the supplier scores, and on the basis of that, we can be able to accelerate, or we can be able to select the specific supplier, which in turn will be giving me the required sourcing or required supplier to provide the specific things. It means that this is something where collaboration of the suppliers and buyers happens with the help of an SAP Ariba, and all these activities which I was showing out over here on this PPT can be done with the help of an SAP Ariba. Does anyone have any questions till now? Okay, we will proceed ahead. Okay, so what are the main things which is being covered over here? So as I said you, we can be able to have the pricing, then scenarios, reviewer, scores we can be able to give to individual vendors. So all those activities we can be able to carry out. Live bidding environment, it means that in the Ariba system itself, if I am carrying out the reverse auctioning or auctioning activities, I can be able to correlate the supplier and I can be able to check the bid management cycle as well. Okay, so with the help of this Ariba, what are the main advantages which I have discussed already with you people? The first is nothing but comprehensive RFX management. It means that the sourcing management. So which is nothing but a cost saving opportunities which we are receiving through it. Okay. Then on the top of that, broadcasting most widely used strategic sourcing solutions. So what are the strategic sourcing solutions? So there are multiple types of an auctions present. Software as a service architectures are present. So all those are already present in the Ariba network. So on the basis of that, whatever current sourcing cycles are present, with the help of that, we can be able to achieve the savings, which is more than 14%. Okay. Most important thing, this was third point, fourth point, integrated with the world's largest trading community. That is nothing but Ariba Supplier Discovery. So this will give me the end-to-end process of supplier management, and this will, in fact, this will save the complete Ariba money. So if I wanted to get this done, then I will be using this Ariba Discovery tool, and this Ariba Discovery tool would be able to access the world's largest supplier network and build competitiveness. And then on the top of that, reporting feature, which I talked already to you, that will also help to the entire actioning process or entire awarding process, as well as decisional analysis, reporting. All those features we can be able to receive with the help of SAP Ariba solution. So what exactly does this prospective means? If I'm installing an Ariba, what are the advantages of the same? So I can be able to achieve 14% of the savings, which I have already discussed. Then spend management as well as efficiencies could be achieved with the help of that. On the top of that, purchasing transactions could be able to increase. So my complete cycle time would get reduced with that. As it is carrying out the 100 transaction in more than 100 countries and 500 unique categories are present, this will help to accelerate the more and more revenue cycles. So what is happening with this Ariba is, in fact, it is 87% of the Fortune 500 or 90% of the Fortune 100 company uses the Ariba. So it means that whatever those suppliers are present for 87% of the Fortune 500 companies, that that all suppliers could be accessed with my solution if I am going ahead with an SAP Ariba network. So all those things we have already discussed. 2 million plus suppliers, then we have already $1 trillion plus transactions being happened, savings could happen, sourcing cycle time would get reduced, so end-to-end spend management will be carried out. So this is one of the main advantage why the Ariba would be helpful across the globe. One more required important thing, it is integrated with all the ERP systems across the globe. I have shown you the same thing in the first diagram itself. So basically SAP ECC system, it has been integrated as it doesn't need an hardware. Why it doesn't need an hardware? Because it is a cloud-based solution. Okay, and it is having all kind of the backups which is being done by the SAP Ariba itself, so it can be able to achieve all kind of security concerns with the help of SAP Ariba. So on the top of that, how the physical security, data security could be achieved through it. So this is something which is being carried out by SAP Ariba itself. And if you will see this, these many customers are there which have already been transformed to SAP Ariba, and they are already using the SAP Ariba platform. So does anyone have any questions till now? I hope no. So we have already discussed these theoretical things: cost saving, compliance, visibility, and all these things. So that's it from our end. If anyone have any questions, please let me know.
Vikram, Abhinav here. I just have a small confusion regarding the database of the vendors, right? So the vendors are already pre-existing in the database, and we select from them, or like how it goes in Ariba. I am unable to
No, no,
understand
no.
that part basically.
Actually, correct, correct. See, actually, what happens is that is the main thing of an Ariba. See, you can see this diagram, right?
Mhm,
So this is an Ariba network. Okay.
mhm, mhm.
So already these are the registered one. So it is like a
Yeah.
platform of an Ariba.
Okay.
So with the help of this, all the buyers as well as suppliers could be able to connect over the existing networks. It
All right.
means that if I have
Mhm,
installed an Ariba, if I
mhm,
have installed an Ariba for my system,
mhm.
I will get direct access to more than 1 billion suppliers. I can be able
Okay.
to directly create a bidding event for them.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Fine.
if you will just Google it out, and if you will just search Ariba Discovery or Ariba Network, you can see that just like an Alibaba.com. Okay.
Right, right. I
So
got
what
it.
will
Yeah.
happen if you got it right? If you are
Yeah, yeah.
registered on
Perfect.
Alibaba.com, you are
Hmm.
getting the suppliers base of more than 1 billion. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. You are
That
the
is the
part of a
same
pool
way.
then. Right, right.
Which site? Which
Correct,
site?
right, right. That is cool. But what is happening is now, if you will see this, Alibaba as well has came up with Alibaba Cloud something.
Mhm.
Okay, so they will also be going ahead with the same strategy. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Hello, hello.
Anyone have any question? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Go
Sudhir
ahead.
here. Yeah, actually, my
Yeah.
point is that question. Actually, you told that more than 100 countries involved in this auction. Okay, so is
Correct.
means actually have if we means process for one atom, so how we can receive the assurance for the genuinity for that atom?
So yeah. So what will happen is, that is what it has been said. Physical, last point we will be discussing, right? Physical security as well as supplier rating is there. Okay. So
Okay.
if you are ordering with a 5-star supplier, definitely it will charge you something more. But
Okay.
the thing is, if your supplier is 5-star rated by Ariba, it means that that would be
Hmm.
rated on the basis of the total business that supplier had done. So just take an example: if you will go to the Amazon to purchase something, and if the supplier is a 5-star supplier,
Okay.
so the confidence for you as well as for the Amazon as well on that specific supplier is more. That's the reason that rating has been given to the supplier. So you can see this web trust audited by every 6 months. So this security
Okay.
certifications would have been given. Yes.
Okay.
So for all the suppliers which has been registered, so there is a rating as well as there are multiple KPIs being decided. On the basis of that, it has been delivered.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And second question. Actually, you told that the reverse auction. So what is the reverse auction?
Yeah. See, actually, what happens is, yeah.
Actually, I joined late, so I'm not unable to understand the reverse auction method.
Correct. Yeah. So, do you know the auctioning process in SAP?
No, actually, I'm working on day-to-day transaction in module in SAP.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So,
actually, this concept is
what
new for
exactly
me.
does the auctioning means to be? What exactly does the auctioning means to be?
Auctioning
Means,
means actually,
so right, like IPL auctioning used to happen, right?
right, yeah. Hello.
Okay. So that is an auction. Okay. So that is nothing but our forward auction. So in the reverse auction, what will happen? This is one type of an auction where sellers will bid for the prices.
Okay.
Seller will be bidding for their prices the way they wants to sell their products.
Okay.
But in the regular action, what happens? In the regular auction, what happens? Seller puts an item and buyer puts the prices. Buyer puts the bids until the auction will get closed. And
Okay.
the one
Okay.
with highest will be given to the person. So I will just give you the example of an IPL. So one player would be there. So that player, multiple buyers will be there, like Mumbai Indians or all these things. Over a specific cricketer, they will apply for an auctioning value, $1 million. Then someone will say 1.2, someone will say 1.5, someone will say 1.2, 1.9, and then they will close. Okay,
Right.
but now here it happens in a reverse way. It means that player will say that yes, my price is $50. So buyer will say no, like I want it at this specific cost. So it will happen like this. So basically, what happens is there are like scrap auctioning used to happen sometimes.
Okay.
Raw material. Okay. So that yeah, that time this reverse auctioning is being carried out mainly. Or you might aware this bidding of the government contracts.
Okay.
Okay, that would also happen with the help of this reverse auction.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
so multiple options are there. Okay, like Dutch auction and all. So multiple options are there. So what? See now, if you will see in SAP you have a pipeline procurement process. Correct? You have an SAP pipeline
Yes.
procurement. So what
Yes.
SAP did is SAP had covered as many procurement process as available across the globe, so that there are no issues of procurement. So any kind of an procurement could happen through SAP. Either it is an oil or it is a raw material or anything. In the same way, in Ariba as well, the similar kind of things will happen. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you. So
Vikram,
can we close this? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a few questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first one is what are the modules in Ariba, and how many certifications actually in Ariba? Are there many certifications? If they are, then what are they?
Correct. Yeah. So basically means SAP Ariba sourcing is the certification which is present. SAP Ariba P2P certification is also present.
Okay.
So like SAP Ariba P2P certification is present. Then contract management certification is also present in SAP Ariba.
Okay.
Okay. So like means mostly like these certifications are being used, but on the top of that, like P2P is also present with SAP Ariba itself. SAP Ariba Procure to Pay. SAP Ariba sourcing is there. Invoice management certification is also present in SAP Ariba. So
So there
like
are various certifications in SAP Ariba itself.
correct, yeah, means module wise, like the way we will be having in SAP ECC.
How many modules, by the way?
There are like first is an Ariba sourcing, Ariba P2P. So few people go for spend management as well only. Okay, and then like invoicing is also there. So majorly these models has been running up, but like few others are like only for reporting is there. Then contract management is there. Then Ariba integration is also there. So in the integration, then again, like there are 2-3 types of certification present. So what happens is like we or you couldn't be able to go with an all, but we have to choose like P2P or sourcing. So usually people used to choose one of them, and with the help of that, they can be able to proceed ahead. Ariba integration is also there, but now like everyone can't go ahead with all the certification. But Ariba integration is something kind of a technical certification. So we will not be covering an Ariba certification, technical certification. That is an Ariba integration.
Okay, thank you.
All module are cloud based or ERP based?
All are cloud based.
Okay. Okay. So cloud is a software or language?
No, cloud is the software. See, what is in cloud? I will just give you a simple example. Google Drive and your
Okay.
computer hard disk. So Google Drive is a cloud, and computer hard disk is nothing but your on-premise solution. So computer hardware is
Okay.
nothing but your SAP ERP, and Google Drive is nothing but SAP Ariba.
Okay.
So there are other things as well. This is not the only one thing. There are multiple other things as well, but this is one of the things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye. Good night.
Good night.